All right, so made it back home last night with all of the tractors. I unloaded them last night, but it was really windy at the time and I didn't have time to actually make the video. So I'm gonna go through everything and show you what they are and what my plans are with them, and kind of go from there. Gonna go more in depth than my 50-second video. So I'll show you the tractors first and then I'll show you all these engines and stuff. But I got all these little 5-horse Hondas, 35-horse Briggs V-twin, bunch of tires, some transmissions, another 16-horse V-twin, and a tough torque K91 for a John Deere. But I'll show you the tractors first and then get to that stuff, because tractors I think are more exciting. So I'll start at this custom here and make my way around. So originally I wanted an orange custom to replace one that I sold quite a while ago. But this is the one that I found that was in really nice shape, and it was calling me the most, so I ended up with this one. And it's like a reddish orange color. It's actually kind of a neat color. It's showing up on camera just like it is in person, so I think this will do. I do have a hood for it. The transmission for it is actually over there. You can just see the red sticking through. So it's like somebody pulled the transmission out and then they realized it wasn't the one they wanted, and then they just said forget it, apparently. I have all the side covers and stuff for it, so that's pretty cool. Also nice original paint. The shift knobs for the transmission, another carburetor, bunch of like lug bolts for the transmission to hold the tires on and stuff. Both headlights, the front grille mesh, 10-horse Tecumseh that unfortunately is seized up because somebody took the spark plug out and didn't put it back in, so it got water in the cylinder, so that's unfortunate. The carburetor that's on it is some type of a replacement Tecumseh carburetor, so I'm guessing they had a problem with the old one and couldn't get it fixed, and maybe they still didn't get it fixed with that. Even has the original muffler on it, which is pretty cool. But my plans is for this one is basically just to put the transmission in there. Be cool to get this engine fixed. If not, I'll put something else in it and just clean it up and have a nice looking custom 10XL. Next is that's a 69, by the way, because I might have forgot to mention that. Next is a 1973 ST16. And for those of you that's watched my videos, now you're probably thinking, why would you buy another one? And my response is because I like them, because they got a lot of good parts on them. And every once in a while, I build a tractor because I can't find the right model, so I end up just building it out of something. I like doing that with these because of the parts that they have. The majority of other ones are currently on these already, so if that makes any sense. So that's the main reason why I picked it, and it was easy to get to. And yeah, I guess that's why. I just realized now that somebody cut a big hole in the dash, so that sucks, because that means the hood will only latch on the one side. So you see the hood latch, that's gone. This engine is also seized up, which really sucks, because I really like these overhead valve Tecumsehs. Hopefully I can unseize it, but I kind of have my doubts. The seat, instead of a seat spring, is this interesting like MTD thing somebody welded on there. But hey, it works. So, but I'll be putting an original seat spring on it for whatever I do with it. Got this Onan shroud because it was laying there, so I ended up with it. I think I called this a 73, but it's actually a 74. The difference between the 73s and 74s is the 74s have the 3-spoke steering wheel, and the 73s it's a 2-spoke. And the 75s have a underseat gas tank. So that's how you know the difference. And then 76s, they have floorboards that come up like this. And it also has the Moradec mule drive on the front. I just realized that. Lower grille, which I needed, otherwise I'll be getting probably a different hood style or something on it. Which actually, I've been wanting to do for a long time. I wanted to put the ghost grill, so one like this on an original paint yellow tractor. So this might be getting a ghost grill. I do have a hood and grill for that, so that might be getting that, and I do need that lower grill, so that's probably what'll end up happening with that. And then I have two 18.6s. So I have this one, and I also got this one. That hood is going to end up on this one, with possibly I have a 18 horse Vanguard that is inside, or that 35 horse Vanguard over there, or this awning here will end up in here. It'll get an 18 horse engine or bigger of some kind. That I do know. But otherwise, clean it up, wipe it down with them SOS pad things, and just have really nice looking 18.6, because the hood is actually in halfway decent shape other than the nose cone. Front tires, since they're not original, I'm going to put them front tires on here, and then I'm going to probably switch out the rear tires and put original ones on there to make it all original. Otherwise, yeah, just clean this one up. The throttle seems to work on this, which is pretty cool because them are getting harder and harder to find. I bought a bunch of throttle cables from a store that we went to recently, but these dash parts, the newer ones don't line up, so them I always have to cobble something together, and the fact that that has it is pretty cool. This next 18.6, like I mentioned, the engine and hood will probably end up on this one. Otherwise, for sure the hood. My plans with this is, I have no idea. I'm going to do something with it, I know that. But everything here is original paint, yellow. And I mean, pretty good shape. I do have a set of original paint fenders for it. So if I found another hood, I could make another 18.6 with it. I don't have a seat or seat spring that is the right style with the plastic tank. But I'm going to do something with that. I don't know what just yet, but it'll be something with this frame. And then right here is another mess. This is a 76 SS16, which has a pretty bad repaint, as you see. It's chipping off, and somebody had it painted white at one point. I got the side cover, which is for any yellow one, and then two on an air filter shrouds and whatever. This awning on this 18.6 here is, so I forgot to mention that, it's missing the filter, but it has the carburetor and everything, full of water. And then this one, well, I'll move this to the next tractor so I can show you the hood. So it has an ST16 hood that somebody took a plasma cutter to make the awning fit under there. So that's unfortunate. So that's another awning hood that I'm missing. But under here is a whole bunch of, this isn't looking good. I do have one of these, which I do need for another one. So that's cool. Set that there. This whole points mechanism, whatever, is not bolted on. And you can see that down in here, that is not looking too good. There's like leaves and water stuck in there. I don't know exactly what's going on here. It's like part of a silicone bottle with something zip tied to it. Who knows what's going on there? There's a bunch of bolts all over the place. Missing carburetor and intake. This one I don't have any ideas with it just yet, what exactly I'm going to do, other than I'm pretty sure this engine's no good. Oh, it's for sure no good. There's not even spark plugs in it. So that one's probably going to be done. Really hope I can save that one at least. I'll put this stuff back on it. So if I can get the one running and the other one not running, I'd still be fine with that, because I do have another awning that I need parts for to make it work. And I also need one of these boots and one of these air filter covers for one. So that would mean I would have enough for every awning I have. Of course, it has the plastic gas tank and bigger seat spring, which is the reason I bought it, basically. Lower grill's in nice shape with the grill corner. Engine has all its shrouds and stuff on it. Has a random pulley off of who knows what sitting on it. That made its way all the way here. Bunch of debris on the floorboards I see. Now, because these were just sitting there and I ended up with them, I got 2.5 sets of fenders. So that's kind of cool. The one set of fenders are for like the old style customs. But if you drill another hole here and then put a washer here, you can make them fit the Suburbans. Then there's a set of red Suburban style fenders, and then there's this random yellow fender that there's not a second one to go with it, but I have the one. And then 69 Suburban 12. This one it's actually in really nice shape once it would get pressure washed and whatever. It's actually quite nice. All original paint. For some reason, somebody get the hood open. Somebody took the whole like ignition and stuff out of it and the flywheel, so they must have wanted that part under there. But that's no big deal because I do have quite a few of them coils or ignition coils. I have a carburetor. I have intake, gas tank, which is perfectly rust-free inside, so that's cool. This engine, I believe, turns over. Yes, it does. Well, that's good. And somebody even plugged the where the carburetor goes in, so somebody cared about it at least. Hood fits nice on the dash. I think this is the nicest one I showed you so far, other than that custom. Has all of the inserts in the front with the grill corner and everything, so that's pretty cool. Starter generator, turns over nice. All these transmissions and all of these shift, so they all seem good. So the set of front tires that's over there will have to go on here because it doesn't have any on them. Has no tie rods. Oh, I guess it has one. So it's missing the one, but that's fine. I can just make that. Plans with this one is to basically just fix it up, hopefully get that engine running with other parts put on it, and just have a nice clean original 69 Suburban 12. The next one here is a 67 Super 12, which these are actually quite hard to find because all you find out there really is the 68s. So this one is missing the seat like they all are, and the engine does spin over and have compression, so that's pretty cool. I never even opened the hood on this one. Missing a gas tank, which I do have. I do have a wide assortment of gas tanks because I've repowered so many of these. I have an intake off of either one of these other ones that's seized up or like that custom, or I do have one. Original muffler, which is really cool. That weird 66 and 67 style. I guess you probably saw already that one has the shusher, which is, I'll give you another look at that, which is pretty cool. I've never had one of them before, so finally have one. Because for the most part, people put different mufflers on them because these other ones, they rust through and blow apart. So anyway, this one's missing the grill corner, all the side covers, headlight shroud, and one Super 12 hood insert. It's even missing that cover. Since these have, it's a Super 12, so it has the cigarette lighter thing on the dash, which I'm really cool. It has this piece because these are hard to find, and I have a couple of these that's missing and they really bother me. Has the amp meter right up here, which is pretty cool. My other one doesn't have that because the other one I have, I built because I couldn't find one of these, so now I guess I have two. Basically, the plan is with this one is I'm gonna wipe all the fenders and stuff down and with steel wool type stuff and clean it up real good and have another original one, hopefully with the original engine and stuff in it, running and driving. The tire on the front is mismatched. You see that one there is the original front tire, and then this one here isn't original. And if you look over here, that's the tire that's supposed to be on here, and this is the tire that's supposed to be on there. Now the story is with that, because when I was there, he went and took the front end loader and lifted this up, and apparently somebody took the bolt out that held the tire in. The tire stayed on the ground, but the tractor went away, and I already took a tire off of something else when I realized that the tire was just sitting there. So I do have to switch them 2 tires around because I didn't realize that at the time the tire fell off. So that's not a big deal, but otherwise that one's just gonna get fixed up and left pretty much the way it is. I hope anyway. This next thing, I don't even know. It's kind of a mess, but it's a 69 SS12. I bought the hood and grill off of it last year. I see the amp gauge didn't survive the trip. That fell apart, which I guess it's down there now. Fenders are in rough shape. The seat isn't original. It's also in rough shape. This fender, wow, that's bad, but I'm sure I can fix it. This one here I have absolutely no plans with, but the transmission, I had it shifting. Okay, it shifts through them 2 gears, but doesn't on the other 2, so it has some type of issue going on. The floorboards are bent up quite bad. I have plans for the floorboards and the clutch pedal, and then possibly the hood that's sitting on there. Otherwise, the rest of it I don't have any plans for at all. Kind of like that 18.6 frame there. Then just kind of leaving that open to do whatever with in the future. It does have the grill corner on the hood that's sitting on it, along with the headlight plate. So I might paint that grill corner the original color, and then paint the headlight plate really nice, and then put it on this other one, possibly, and then go from there. This next one is a 68 Super 12. This one I have some big plans with. I'm going to be turning it into a hydro, so it'll be getting the square frame in the back. And because I have a original 68, I have an original 68 stick shift, and then I have an original 68 hydro, and then I have a restored 68, and then I also have a restored 67, and I have that 67, so I'm just missing the restored 68 Super 12 hydro. So I'll be using the front half off of this, and then the rear half off of another one that I have. I'm putting the 2 together and making a 68 hydro out of the 2. This one has a really nice hood on it, so that's pretty cool. These inserts will probably be going on that one, since they're really nice looking. I'll show you this side too. They look really nice. Has the grill corner, has the headlight plate somebody made to blank it out, so that's pretty cool. It has a straight pipe exhaust with an exhaust flap on it, a foot throttle that is very, very heavy duty, and somebody spent a lot of time on it. Get this hood open and show you some more. So a gas tank off of what looks like a 8-horse Briggs or something like that. A flywheel, which is cool. It surprised me that that was on there. I realized that when I unloaded it, I saw it sitting under there. I'm like, that's cool. This engine spins over and has compression. So this foot throttle, you push on it, it goes like that, goes through the grill. Somebody cut a hole in the side of the grill, which I guess is whatever. This bearing looking thing here, and then it just pulls on the throttle right there. So I'm like, wow, somebody spent a lot of time on that. It's very, very, very well made. So you might have noticed by now that this was a pulling tractor, and it definitely was, because it has the wheelie bars in the back. It has this goofy looking weight thing going on here that we hauled all the way home. It has the hitch and stuff for pulling. Has a spot here for weights or tools or what have you. I have no idea what this is for, but it was sitting on it. I guess there's 2 of them. Then there's also, oops, it's fine. Also has this weight thing underneath that they must have had more weights on. Don't worry, I'm going to cover that engine up. I'm actually going to cover up all these engines, so don't worry about that. And then the last tractor, and then I'll get to these other engines and stuff. This is a 1972 Suburban 15. So the plans is with this is to, first option, there's there's quite a few options with this one. First option is to get all this ugly blue paint off somebody put on it, get this engine running, and leave it the way it is. The second option is I really want an SS14 or SS15 painted just like my Hydrotrack 14, which means it would probably have 14 decals on it. So then I have stick shift and hydro of the same thing. And then the other option would be is to restore it as a SS15, because I already have a Suburban 15 and I like having two of the same thing unless it's a certain thing I like. So what my plan is to take the floorboards off of this, them ones that swoop up, and put them on here. No matter what, this will get them floorboards, but depending on what happens with this paint and whatever, if it'll come off, will help me decide what ends up happening with this one. But this one, it has the original gas tank, which would be cool if this wasn't rusty on the inside, but well, you guys can't see in there, but oh, that looks terrible. It's done. The gas cap's even done too. The top just fell off. That's probably why it leaks then, because the gas cap, it's cracked. Plastic got brittle and it broke. I'll just set that on there just for now. The air filter cover was missing, so it looked like that. I opened the hood when we were there, and I'm like, wow, I need to find an air filter cover. So I went looking around, and I found this one just laying on the ground, which isn't the right one. This is for like a custom with the Tecumseh. So as you see, it looks the same as that one right there, but it just happened to fit the Briggs. So I ended up with it, and there it is on there. This engine spins all the way over. I didn't spin it over enough to see if it has compression, but I hope it does, and I definitely want to get this running no matter what. Looks like it has an original Briggs carburetor, which is nice because the Chinese carburetors that they have to replace these nowadays kind of suck. I mean, they work, but they suck. It's one of them things where, like, if that's all you have, you can make it work. Because that's what my other one has, but this has an original Briggs one, it looks like. But yeah, that's it on this one. I guess the battery, I want to show you that. It says C7, so it could be March of 2017, March of 2007. It looks a little bit nice to be an 97. The battery appears to be too nice to be a 97, but it could be an 07 or 2017. The oil, which I haven't checked yet. Wow, that actually looks okay-ish, so that's cool. Because this engine here I care about way more than all of them other ones. Basically, I bought this because it has the Briggs in it. But it'll probably run because every Briggs engine I've ever had, unless it's neglected, will run, because that's just the way they are. But that's it on the tractors. I only have a couple more minutes to show you stuff here, but I'll make it quick. So I got that 35 horse Briggs. I have this 35 horse Briggs block that Scott threw into the deal because I was buying all the other stuff and this was supposed to go with it. So he's like, hey, I got this other block that's supposed to go with it. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it with it, because it's got basically a spare starter and I guess the coil there and whatever else. And I also have the carburetor and stuff for the 35 horse. There's all these 5.5 horse Hondas that are seized up, just like literally everything else is. The 35 horse, it spins 3/4 of the way over and then stops. So it has who knows what going on with it, but I'll figure that out. But yeah, I have 5 of these Honda engines. Or Honda clone, I guess. I got 3 hubs. One's a Sears hub, and then 2 of them are like wheel horse. But then we'll work on Sears transmissions. I have the transmission for the custom, a hydro gear axle, which is out of like a like mid-90s like Silver Craftsman. That's horizontal shaft. That'll be going in a Sears at some point. I have this transmission that'll also fit in like a Sears like Super 12 hydro with the square frame. That's out of a Simplicity. I have this Vanguard V-twin, 16 horse. It spins all the way over and has really good compression. So that'll be a really good engine for something. And it has nothing on the crankshaft, so that's actually good. Tough Torque K91, which is out of a John Deere 425. The reason I bought this is because I have a X475 and an X595 that has basically the same transmission in it. And if I happen to break anything inside of them or something, I have parts off of this one. It has some type of internal issues, he said, but no idea. Somebody brought it in as a core trade-in. And then basically a bunch of tires for the ones of them that are missing the rear tires. But yeah, that is it for this video. More coming soon. The tour of the graveyard is coming soon. And yeah, thanks for watching.